trying to make it right. 또 떠나는 날 깨진 유리 같은 마음 Oh my oh why 돌고 돌아 언젠간 나도 운명적인 사랑을 할 수 있을까 But trust ain't easy anymore No don't waste my time no more I'm all in or out the door Make it right off from the start I need it real I need it loud No halfway love No talk it out Look me in the eyes Yeah hold me so tight Never let go and find a truth in disguise I want to be heard 이기적인 맘이다 Oh my oh why 돌고 돌아 언젠간 나도 운명적인 사랑을 할 수 있을까 Trusting
Okay, we're here. It is 2:30. I have been trying to find my motivation today. It is nowhere to be found. Gone. Has left my body. I'm in a lot of pain today, so that's fun. And that's definitely a big part of my motivation leaving my body. The only thing I have left to like absolutely do off my to-do list right now is I need to edit my manga login haul for tomorrow. I would like to get some books upstairs. I already closed out the Herkyet vlog. I've already submitted all of my forms for Herkyet. I talked about that in the other video. I've updated my reading spreadsheets. I've updated my template for the month. So like we're getting there. I have not touched a manga in like 7+ days. So I'd like to do that at some point today maybe. But I do need to just also get my stuff upstairs. So there's that. Set my laptop up here. Obviously we've got Millie in her spot sleeping. And that was nice. I don't know what I want to read. I don't know what I want to do. I have 2 currently reading books on my shelves. I think I'd like to knock those out before I move on. So that would be finishing Mistwalker and Stealing Iris. I was kind of debating DNFing Stealing Iris, but I think I'm just going to finish it because it's not that much longer to finish. The other thing I would do is like import footage and all that, but I don't want to do any of that until I start get this edit done because it's not long. Yeah, it's like 16 minutes before I start editing it. So like it's not that long of a video for me to knock out here, but I just, man, y'all, I could just go lay down and go back to sleep. And that's just on being in pain, you know? Like it's just what it is. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to get this edit done first things first. And then I think after I'm done with the edit, I'm going to like reassess my to-do list and decide what I can or cannot do today. I haven't given you any book updates because everything I read was for the Herkyet vlog so far. I did realize that I also I don't know. I don't know what I want to read. You know, like I think that's my problem right now. I'm very indecisive on what I would like to read currently. So we'll see what I decide once we get going here. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I do know I need to read a bunch of arcs because I'm drowning in arcs again and I was making progress and I requested things. Okay, it was stressful. Things have been stressful. There's just a lot of emotions happening and like I think I feel better to request arcs than to spend money on books, so I've just requested arcs. That I shouldn't be, but I am. So it is what it is, and I just need to start working on those. So I might do an eyeball read of an arc when I finish these other 2 books in this vlog, which would be nice. I think that would be fun. I think I would enjoy that. I think it would benefit me deeply to eyeball read an arc or 2 in the next, you know, week of this vlog. But yeah, right now I just like, I'm so happy to be at my house. I'm so happy to be in my home. Tomorrow I do have co-working with my members, so I will be working on probably some stuff during that as well. I mean, I will be working on stuff during that, so that'll be nice. That'll give me some motivation to knock some things out, I think. Okay, I am going to go edit and not talk at you much longer so I get it done, and then I will be back to talk to you once I've picked out another book. I need to pick out an audiobook is the thing. I have 2 ebooks going, so I'm gonna pick out an audiobook and we'll go from there. I'll talk to you all soon. Hi, good morning. Welcome to me ranting about a book. So if you don't like that, you might want to skip ahead, but if you like that, what's up? Let's hang out. Let's talk about this freaking book I finished last night. I've got my juice, I've got my coffee. We're here. coffee, juice. We're here. I need to put the milk away, but I'm not yet because I had to talk to you about this book I finished last night, y'all. I am pissed. This is from my last try chapter. And I was like, I might read it. And I kept reading it. And then I got home and I was finally like, let's just knock it out. It's not long. It's like 200 and some pages. So I knocked it out. I knocked out Stealing Iris last night. And I was pretty locked in. Honestly, we were watching, Grumps wanted to watch House of the Dragons and X-Men 97, which I'm going to go back and rewatch the episode of 97. I don't know that I care about House of Dragons enough to rewatch, but we were watching that and I was just reading. It's what I do sometimes. And I was pretty locked in on how and what was happening and what we were going to resolve here. So our hero supposedly partakes in some kind of virgin auction situation, maybe. This is the thing, we didn't get a lot of confirmation what he does. We know that her stepbrother, whatever situation, is like a drug runner. And is trying to break it into the big leagues to make more money, basically. So he wants to associate with Dante, who likes Iris, who is his stepsister situation, and is very, Conrad is like super abusive, Conrado, whatever. Connie is very abusive to Iris. So the book ends with Dante getting Iris. This is going to be spoiler filled, by the way, also. Dante finally gets Iris to his house. He saves her because he realizes that Conrad and Conrad's like bestie or whatever are coming to get her that night and like make her be auctioned off so they can make money as a virgin, even though she's no longer a virgin. But Conrad doesn't realize that part yet. Anyways, he comes and gets her. He like takes off with her at his house, and we literally end with them in his house going to sleep. And he says he knows where her father is, who her father's been missing forever. And then that like he's gonna handle her stepbrother or whatever situation. Which I do think I know where the father is after like I thought about it for a second, because there was something that was revealed and I was like, interesting. But yeah, I am a little teensy tiny bit annoyed. I don't feel like we got any closure for Dante and Iris in this book, really. I can be okay with a macro plot hanging there, but you have to give me closure with this couple, and we did not get that closure. And now there's 2 more books, and I don't know if I care enough to read them because I'm annoyed. Like, I finished it and I was like, what? What? We're done? So yeah, I don't know right now. I'm very unsure of what I want to do with this series, but I did finish another book from a try chapter. That's another book off my Kindle. I think I counted it last month because I thought I'd finish it and I didn't. But yeah, like, I just don't feel like that's an appropriate, I don't know, I don't feel like that's a strong ending for a series, I guess, if that makes sense for a book 1. And like, I understand the author wants me to like continue reading the series, which like, okay, cool, but you didn't even give me closure. So how do I know I'm going to get closure in book 2 with another couple on the storyline or for that couple? So yeah, I just don't know if I trust this author now to deliver what I want out of this. So I haven't decided if anyone else here has read this series. I doubt it. It's not like a huge series. This is a Stuff Your Kindle Day free book. Let me know. Let me know if I should or shouldn't continue, because I really just don't know right now. And I feel conflicted. I gotta go get ready for my co-working sprints since they start very, very soon. So I'll talk to y'all soon, and my hair will probably be in space buns, because that's what I'm feeling today, I think. Y'all some updates because I read things yesterday. I did not update you. I'm a bad vlogger again. It's fine. I have to run some errands this morning. I have to go to a store I don't like going to. I don't love supporting, but they're the only place that has the thing I need. I'm gonna do that this morning. But let's talk about what I read this morning, this afternoon. It's like noon. We are on the struggle bus. Anyways, I read volumes 6 and 7 of Otaku Vampire's Love Bite last night, and this was precious. I have volume 8 to read as well, which I'm going to be doing this week. My goal right now is like 3-ish volumes a day until I'm caught up and ahead again on my daily manga reading challenge. Ideally, I want to be ahead. So I think volume 8 is literally in the mailbox, so I will be picking that up when I go leave to run errands today. This was really fun. We went through some confessions finally on feelings for each other, which was really sweet. We also, like, they went on like a little solo date thing, which was really fun and adorable. So very excited for volume 8. Then I read volume 3 of Hitting Rewind with You, which apparently has been extended. Originally, I do believe it was 5 volumes and complete, but it's now 3 and ongoing in Japan. I don't know. I don't know if I dreamed it. I don't know what happened, but FYI. But I loved this. This was so cute. Like, so stinking cute. Oh my God, not the battery light. Anyways, this was so stinking cute. We had more confessions here. They like each other. They're officially dating. I'm excited. The other thing I finished, is Saving Bonnie. This is the second book in the Blood Ties series. Content note for a Harry Potter reference, 1, and that was it. And it was just to the non-magical people. So I was like, but fine, whatever. This is also 3 stars, but we did get answers. And that is what I needed to know. Were we getting answers? And we did get some answers. The answers included what happened to Iris's dad in book 1, what Conrad was running drug-wise, and what happened and where her dad was buried. Then also what Conrad was running drug-wise, as well as who else around town was involved a little bit more. So that was nice. We got to see Iris and Dante in, like, kind of living their life a little bit in this one as well. So that was also a nice little, like, piece of closure. I do think this one had a better HEA HFN situation happening here, so I was also relieved about that. I'm gonna read Seducing Maddie tonight because why not? I might as well just finish the series at this point. I don't know that I recommend it, but I'm gonna finish it. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I gotta change the battery. I will be back to talk to you after I run errands. We're gonna go get the new Dutch Bros drink, the cookie dough cold brew. I'm gonna get the cold brew though, not the freeze or anything. And then I'm going to that store I don't love to go to get the one thing I need there that I can't get anywhere else. So fun times. I will be back to talk to y'all soon. Good morning. It's Friday. Not really morning, it's noon. I'm eating the last half of my lunch. I ate some leftovers from last night and now I'm eating some yogurt and granola and honey because, so the biggest like update I need to give you right now is like, 1, I did not read my 3 volumes of manga yesterday. I failed at that. I wanted to, I meant to. I have not put my bracelet back on, but I don't know. I just didn't. I ended up reading Seducing Maddie, which is the finale in that Blood Ties series. And I'm going to just flat out say I don't recommend this series. And if you got the freebie, maybe just mark it as read. You will be satisfied at the end of book 2, but book 3 was like, we barely had any plot. And the entirety of the plot in book 3 is that Montoya is like, I sense something. Because he always has this like second degree. This is like third eye thing they call it. And basically intuition that tells him something is going to happen. And he senses something is going to happen with Maddie, whose name is Matilda. But everybody calls her mate. But yeah, anyways, he calls her Maddie. So Maddie is like at her house. She runs a cleaning business, aka like a crime scene cleaning business situation. So she does that and he senses something is wrong. So he leaves the ranch, which he's not left in like years, on his own driving to get to her. And he gets there and he basically traps her in her house because he's decided it's not safe and she can't leave. And then we're getting the POV of Olga, the mom of Conrad in this one, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But we're getting that POV. And that's kind of what we're wrapping up the story on. It's like where and what happened with Olga. Like, it's fine. But I just think it was like, it was too short. It was really lacking the room to grow and give you a story. I didn't feel like we got enough context around like any of the heroes' backstories. We were just told that they do this because of reasons, which is fine. But like they drop these little like hints like about Tino and Bonnie's book having been kidnapped and stuff. Like we drop little tidbits, but I don't feel like we got enough of those tidbits to give us the backstory for these characters' motivations and protectiveness. And maybe I'm the weirdo who like wants more of that, but Seducing Maddie is 100% a 2.5 star read through and through. It was not good. Whereas I do think the other two were better. But again, you don't get enough of a conclusion without reading both books. So I would skip. I hate to say this, but I think I would skip. Also in our current climate, reading a book set on the border of Texas and Mexico, it feels weird. I won't deny that. Because like obviously border patrol stuff comes up in this and all that. So this was written in like 2020, a little bit different of a time as well. Or it came out in 2020. So I'm going to assume written prior to some of the things that have been happening now. And then I was like, I can't sleep. I'm going to listen to an audiobook. And I went back to S.J. Tilly, who I've been doing for my sleepy time audios lately. Well, I still didn't sleep. Is when I finished Smokey Darling by S.J. Tilly, the first book in her Darling series, which there's just 2. This follows a girl, Eloise, who has a crush on her brother's best friend's older brother, who's 8 years older than her. And the crush starts when she's like 7. Anyway, she's very young. He was like, absolutely not. He's protective of her, don't get me wrong, in like a sweet way, not in like a gross way, not in like a, you know what I'm saying, like the way that like an older brother would be kind of more. And they don't interact much at all, honestly, when she's young, even when she's 15 and she decides she's like done with the crush. So we kind of like open with that, like going through her every couple of years and her like crush on Beckett. Well, we fast forward, she's 30, she's a teacher in her hometown. And she is on a spring break camping trip with some of her students and like this other teacher and like some parents. And they have a survival specialist come in. And that specialist happens to be Beckett. And this time he sees her like as a woman and is like, wow, you know? So like, I find that fine. Like that doesn't bother me. That may bother some of you. So like, do keep this in mind. But yeah, so she sees him and is like, wow. He sees her and is like, wow. And she's like, oh no, my worst nightmare. So on that trip, they like they ignite the flame because there was never a flame before, but they ignite the flame here. And in doing so, we see some like weird stuff happen. And then the other thing is like, because it's S.J. Tilly, she adds in these weird like tension bits for like external tension to the story. So like at one point, someone tries to run Beckett over. Someone has smashed the windows on his truck. And then at the end of the book, a crazy thing happens with her. And it's just weird. Of course, like he's having to like fight off all these men because she's just too beautiful and desirable. Which I laugh at because it's just always funny when that happens. And then we had this like romantic suspense plot twist that I was like, I listened to it because it's in Audible, or no, it's in Kobo Plus. So I listened to it and I still couldn't sleep. Like usually I'll fall asleep during an audiobook if I'm laying in bed just quietly listening to the audiobook. No, it didn't happen. So then I started book 2 in the Darling series. I'm just, I guess with Herkiad 3.0 also in the backlist challenge, like Tilly Cole's an author's backlist I've not read a bunch of. There's a lot of authors backlists. So I was just like, whatever, we'll read some backlist titles. So I started Latte Darling also last night. This one was fun. This is the best friend of the character in book 1. She runs a local coffee shop. Or she goes on a date that she gets on a dating app, and this guy shows up, older than her, and like 6'6", and she's 5 foot, of course. And it turns out it is the father of the man she was going to go on a date with because he lied about being 25 and he's actually 20, and he got in trouble. And his dad took his phone away. So here they are having chemistry with a 20-year age gap, something like that. He's like 52. Anyways, it's also hilarious because he's like 6'6", and I was like, this is insane, this is ridiculous. So I'm listening to it. I'm like 30% in now. I don't have a lot of big thoughts. I did fall asleep at some point listening to it. Thank God. I was losing my mind that I couldn't sleep, and by the time I knew I couldn't sleep, it was too late for me to take like anything to help me sleep. So you know, here we are. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. It is Friday. I'm going to be filming which you already have one of these. I'm getting my Q2 / mid-year stats together for you and like DNFs and stuff. And then I'm going to film my favorites and least favorites so far of the year, or at least favorites. I haven't decided if I'm doing least. I think I'm going to do both. By the time you see this, it'll be too late because the video will be up on Friday and you're getting this on Wednesday. But yeah, so I think I'm going to do both. But I figure a stats dedicated like goals check-in video is a good idea. And then we'll do the mid-year wrap-up stuff. And then I'm going to honestly take a nap. I have member sprints tonight, so I need to take a nap. So I'm like perky and awake for those because my God, I'm tired. I'm gonna go put some bends in my hair, some waves in my hair, and some makeup on to film basically. I'm in a sweatshirt. Yes, it is like 86 today, but it's also like overcast and rainy all weekend, and it just feels like sweatshirt weather to my brain. So I'm in a sweatshirt. Also, like next week it's gonna drop into the low 80s. I'm gonna be freaking cold. It's gonna be wild. Anyways, that's where we're at right now today for Friday. I'm going to do that. I also think I'm gonna unpack more of my books when I go upstairs after I film here. So I'll document that for y'all because I got Grumps to carry everything upstairs for me. That was a win, man. That was a win. He was like, do you need this carried up too? And I was like, yes, please. So he carried a big box of books up and a tote bag full of books for me. And I was like, I don't have to unbox this and put them all into totes to take them upstairs because it's just easier. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I've yapped at y'all for way too long, but that's fine. Like I said, I miss picking up a camera and like talking about the books as I'm reading them. So here we are. I still cannot believe how not great that series was. I'm so mad. It's fine. Anyways, I'm gonna finish eating this and go get ready, and I'll talk to y'all in a bit. I'm checking my makeup in the camera. Did my hair, did my makeup. It's a little darker than I like, but I also just love, I have an obsession with the berry lip. Such a dark red right now. And in the yellow, it works, it's fine. But yeah, this is your update. I did my makeup, did my hair. It's 12:53, so not terrible. I think I updated you at like 12:50 last. I cracked a Bloom Heart or Crisp Apple sparkling energy drink. That is, I'm not the biggest energy drink fan, okay? But this, top tier. I'm very, very tempted to order a case of them. That's how much I like them. So yeah, that's your update right now. I'm gonna triple check my FedEx packages that arrived, which has my Gargoyle Build-A-Bear in it. Yeah, let's go write some video notes. But I just had to share with you that this is the best, most delicious energy drink I've ever had in my life. It tastes like eating an apple, like literally like eating an apple. It has a little less caffeine than an Alani, so I like that as well. I made sure not to have caffeine with lunch, so that way I could justify a little energy drink this afternoon. Anyways, let's go write notes and get that. Okay, this is the problem with the bangs though, like when I don't want them on my face, or my hair's wild then. But I got a quick update for you. We have a sleeping girl. Sprints just ended. I've finished my 3 volumes for today, and I need to talk to you about them real quick. I'm hoping to just continue reading 3 volumes the rest of the weekend at least, maybe 4 tomorrow, and I'll get caught up then, because I'm currently I'm currently 7 volumes behind. So then tomorrow I would be 8 volumes, but it'd be 5. So by like Monday, if I read 3 a day, I'll be caught up again. So that's kind of my goal. Also, we're nearing 50 volumes read since I started this project. So that's exciting. I'm not vlogging the whole project though. I don't know. I might make a short about it. Anyways, I read The Scheming Crown Prince's Wicked Consort, and I really liked this. This surprised me a lot. I thought this was fun. She's kind of considered intimidating and scary, so there's that element. And this is her like childhood friend who's the prince, and he wants to marry her. He wants to marry her and help her get pregnant, which is her goal. So fun times. Then I read volume 8 of Otaku Vampires Love Bite, and I loved it. this is a fantastic continuation. Her dad is getting ready to come to Japan to see her, so there's a little bit of prep for that in here, and there's also some discussion around the two of them's relationship and what that's going to look like if he doesn't have the protection of Victor anymore, which is her, like, helper vampire dude. Then, last but not least, I read The Invisible Man's Soon-to-Be Wife, Volume 7. I keep wanting to say 8, but 7. And I quite liked this as well. This is a series I've been loving anyways. It's very slice of life. I've enjoyed reading them kind of as they come out, so I don't get too backlogged, because they can be a little too slice of life if I read too many at once. But this was really freaking cute. They are discussing their living together and like how long until they'll get engaged and stuff with that, and having to kind of work through some relationship stuff in this volume, which I thought was nice. It was well placed. It was a good time. Book wise, I've not touched anything else today. I'm gonna probably listen to more of Latte Darling when I lay down for bed tonight, but I also got Chase Me If You Can on audio, and I may start that in bed tonight. I haven't decided. I think I need to finish Latte Darling before I touch anything else audio wise. And then I remembered I'm reading Mistwalker by Regina Abel, so I'd like to get back to that here. And I did get my Kindle synced for that, so I can read a little bit more here. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I'm gonna get Sleepy Girl downstairs and we're gonna get ready for bed. And I'll talk to y'all in the morning. Happy Saturday. I live, barely. I was bolted awake at 6:15 this morning on the dot to Millie coughing and puking. Yeah. You know the pet owner life when you're like, that was me this morning. Fortunately, Grumps was already up, but man, we had a early morning vet visit because we did that for a while. We do believe it's allergies. She's doing better right now. She's actually 8. I give her like half a serving of her normal one meal a day, and she actually ate. So that's good. I think we're looking good. It is 6:11. I took a wildly long nap from like 11 something to almost 2 o'clock. Mind you, I'd spent last night, so I was not done being like on until after midnight. So now I'm watching a storm roll in. We're supposed to have severe weather the next 24-ish hours. We're supposed to go see Supergirl in the morning. We'll see. A lot of that also kind of depends on Millie Girl and how she's feeling and acting by tomorrow morning. But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do tonight. I have a stack of manga I brought downstairs. I brought 4 volumes down. So I'd like to try and read some of these, but it may be too dark. I might actually have to turn the lamp on. But I'll go ahead and tell you what I brought down, which is Love Out on a Limb, Volume 2. Ice Guy and Cool Girl, Volume 11. Bride of the Ignat, Volume 1. And Firefly Wedding, Volume 6, because Volume 7 comes in this week, so I need to go ahead and just read 6. Yeah, I haven't touched a regular book today. I haven't done anything but scroll and sleep. So we'll see what I do tonight. What else? Yeah, that's kind of Saturday's big update. I was gonna do a lot more, but I struggle really hard with like being jolted awake on top of not getting my like usual 8 to 9 hours of sleep. I am somebody who like needs a good chunk of sleep. So I'm here, I'm alive. I'm tired. I'm so tired. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm listening and watching the storm roll in through the back window, and kind of just debating what I want to read tonight, because I do need to start a new ebook. Actually, no, I'm going to keep reading The Mistwalker by Regina Abel. It's opening now. I am 6% in, so I'm going to keep reading that. I am annotating it because I have a traveling annotation copy of it. So I'm reading it on my Kindle and like highlighting in every couple chapters. I'm picking up the annotated copy and adding my stuff. But yeah, I'm going to work on that here, I think, with my little pillow thing and page turner probably. I might read some manga. I don't know yet. It's a little dark right now and I don't have necessarily a light. Audiobook wise, I got nothing. I've still been listening to Latte Darling, but I don't know that I listened to it last night or that I remember what I listened to, so I'm going to have to circle back to get re-caught up. In fact, I think they'd went to sleep, like just sleep together, so there's that. Anyways, happy Saturday. I probably will not be back with another update till tomorrow. I'll talk to y'all soon, and I'll report back if we do see Supergirl what I think. It's editing me here to close this thing out. Your update is Millie's doing great. We are on some medicine for the next couple days, not very long, like maybe a week if that, because of the cough situation we had the other day. The weekend went down the drain after Saturday morning, okay? I thought I was gonna read. I thought I was gonna do so many things. I did not. I didn't do shit. Because then Saturday night we went to bed a little early and I had like finally fallen asleep. I've been struggling to fall asleep lately. I hate it. So finally fell asleep, and at 1:40 I'm awoken to the house going dead silent. Why, you ask? Why did the house go dead silent? Oh, we just lost power in the middle of the night. Ugh, it was the worst. Anyways, we lost power, luckily for only an hour, so I just like, that rhymes. I don't like that rhymes. Anyways, so I just like laid in bed and scrolled on my phone. Should I have like audiobooked or read my Kindle? Maybe, probably. Tried to go back to sleep, and then as I finally started to fall back asleep, everything turned back on. So then I just had to get out of bed and like make sure anything that was gonna make weird noises, because we lost power, was not making weird noises, because it was overwhelming, the sound of everything turning on in the house. So that happened, and then I went back to sleep and I slept until like 9, and Sunday morning we did go see Supergirl, and I did like it. I think it was good. I think it was enjoyable, but I guess your little bit of a caveat here on that, or a warning, heads up, it deals pretty heavily in the fact that Kara, our Supergirl character, is dealing heavily with grief around being like sent off from her home planet as it dies, and everyone around her and that she knows and loves dies. And yeah, I had a lot of feelings watching that, and it was very, very emotional, and that kind of just messed with me for the rest of the day. But we went out to a nice lunch afterwards, ran a few errands, came home, and went to bed at a good time, because again, I am on the struggle bus to sleep still, so it's okay, we're getting there. I also think it's just so hot that I just, even with the fan on and everything going, I just don't always sleep great. So there's that. That's kind of where we're at. I'm gonna end this vlog here. I know it's a little bit messy. I know it's a little bit chaotic. I know I didn't read as much as I wanted to, but it's okay. You've got some themed vlogs with a lot of reading coming your way, and that's kind of exciting, I think. I also realized I don't think I showed y'all my Build-A-Bear gargoyle. I love him. I'm obsessed with him. Look at him. Like, he's so, I do really like last year's. Last year's is like a different fur. Oh, he's perfect. I've not named him yet, so if you have naming suggestions, let me know. But we have a gargoyle now, and I'm so happy. I have a Mothman and a gargoyle, and that's really all I need in life. But yeah, this came in last week, and on Friday, and I realized I don't think I ever showed the vlog. So I talked about it coming in, and then it came in during sprints. So he's so cute, so stinking cute. But yeah, let me know down below how your reading's going in July. How are you feeling as we enter mid-year stuff? I'd love to know. As always, if you don't want to do any of that, you can leave me a bat emoji for the gargoyle. We'll do that for now down there, as well as you'll also find links to all the books and stuff I talked about, links to my friend anywhere on the internet that I am. And I will talk to y'all in just a few days in my next video. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for.